is happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely gonna want to check this one out. Guys, we're less than 24 hours away from New York City's mayoral election, and let's just say things are not looking up for the Zohran Mamdani campaign, as we're now witnessing his campaign hemorrhaging support after his latest scandals, guys, and I'm excited to get into this one, so we'll hop straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
The defund the police stuff that he was openly posting, you would have thought that would be a disqualifying thing for a mayor of New York City. You would just think if you call the NYPD a bunch of racists who have to be defunded, in other words, just stopped, you would think that person could never become the mayor. He's trying to pretend that he is, you know, a nice little sheep. He's not. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's a proper socialist who's going to whack people in New York, and the day of reckoning will come when he actually has to pay for all this stuff. And, you know, there is nowhere in the world where you can point to where actual socialism over any sustained period has worked.
Alright, folks, now I'm going to have to agree with Piers Morgan on this one. Zohran Mamdani probably should have been disqualified from running a long time ago. I mean, just look at that radical agenda that he stuck with throughout his campaigning efforts, proposing things like defunding the police throughout New York City and also abolishing the prison system of New York City to turn that place into an absolute crime-infested city. We cannot have that in the United States of America. And as for that wolf in sheep's clothing comment that he made, I don't even believe that's the case anymore. These folks aren't even hiding it anymore, not hiding the fact that Zohran Mamdani's campaign was openly propped up by massive Islamist socialist organizations like CARE, the Muslim Brotherhood Front. I want you guys to take a look at what they're saying now.
Right now, I'm a little more quiet because I'm on the quiet side of this race, but I'm going to tell you that once November 4th comes around, I will tell the story. The story is not just, that it's random that Zohran ascended to this place. It is our Muslim American communities. And I'll also say that it's Muslim money. The PACs that have supported Zohran, or a particular PAC that has supported Zohran, is probably over 80% of Muslim American donors in this country, high net donors, grassroots donors. And I want to make the point that the Unity and Justice Fund PAC, which is the CARE Super PAC, was the largest institutional donor to the pro-Zohran PAC in New York.
And what did I tell you guys? They're not even hiding the fact that Zohran Mamdani's campaign was propped up and funded by these Muslim Brotherhood fronts, all these organizations, Islamic organizations that we're seeing across our country, and some outside of our country coming from foreign nations, which is illegal, by the way. I think that should be investigated. We also seen communists openly speaking outside of a Zohran Mamdani rally. I want you to see some of the things that he's proposing and saying that all New Yorkers should be for.
The grocery store capitalists, which have quite a powerful lobby, right? One of the grocery store bosses, he said of Gristedes, right? He said that he was going to pull out of New York City if Zohran won, right? We would say, sure, pull out, and we will take over your grocery stores, right? And we will use them for cheaper groceries, and we will take over the entire food industry, because that's something that can be done if the working class is organized.
Wow, that's absolutely terrifying to hear. Zohran Mamdani is trying to do a complete government and Islamic takeover of NYC. It looks like New Yorkers are going to allow it because they've got lost New Yorkers like this young lady that says she voted for Zohran Mamdani, but then comes out and says that she's opposed to socialism.
I voted for Mamdani.
Do you feel like socialism would work in New York City?
No, not necessarily.
And this right here is the kind of stuff that I say you could not make up, even if we tried. I mean, if you got voters as dense as what we're seeing coming from that lady who somehow voted for Zohran Mamdani but believes that she's against socialists, it's not tough to take over one of the nation's largest economies of New York City. But I want to flip over to this poll that I ran across earlier. This came from Kalshi. It's a betting site, and we got the New York City betting results, and it's showing that Cuomo is somehow out in front of Zohran Mamdani, projecting that this race may be a lot closer than it was originally projected to be. I mean, if folks are willing to put their money on Cuomo, put a bet out there, I believe that he may be a little bit closer. New Yorkers are chatting, and this race is a lot closer than what we've been told it is. But I don't know. I've seen one guy that put 25 grand on Cuomo to win. So if you're willing to put 25 grand on Cuomo, I hope you got some good information, some good sources telling you that he is ahead. But I want to give you guys a little snapshot and remind you of why we may be seeing Zohran Mamdani's campaign crash. And it's because of these recent scandals that have come out, emerged from the Mamdani campaign.
I'm an immigrant. They sent me here to vote. I was recommended to come here to find information to vote. I was given those locations. I will show you. Forgive me, I am no Espanol.
No, English is perfectly.
Thank you, sir. What's your name, sir?
Pedro Rodriguez.
Pedro.
No pleasure. Yes.
Miguel.
Good. When you register?
Sorry?
When did you register to vote?
I did not. I didn't sign anything. They just told me to come here to vote.
Okay.
And he tells me to go to a local community college just around the corner to go vote in the election for mayor.
That's close, right?
Just across the street.
Across the street?
Yeah.
Thank you. And so I can go there and cast my vote for mayor?
And I told him, still posing as legal alien, who should I vote for? He gave me a wink and a nod. He told me, vote for the man whose name begins with the letter M.
No. It's three guys. Okay, I really cannot tell you to vote to. Okay, but the guys are self-whatever.
And then we can't forget about the story of Zohran Mamdani's so-called aunt, where he openly lied in order to try to gain sympathy for being a victim of Islamophobia.
I want to use this moment to speak to the Muslims of New York City. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt. Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
We also have to mention arguably one of the most egregious scandals that we've seen is Zohran Mamdani caught up in, aside from the blatant voter fraud, where he's been receiving illegal campaign donations from foreign nations.
Zohran Mamdani faces brutal backlash after accepting thousands of dollars in illegal foreign donations. Reports show his campaign received more than 170 contributions from addresses outside of the U.S., amounting to more than $13,000. Republican mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa said it's very problematic, not just for Zohran Mamdani, but anybody who has these kinds of PACs, because it's a license to illegally funnel money. And foreign countries know you don't have to go to war against America. All you got to do is manipulate the election.
Come on now, you guys. It does not take rocket scientists or a genius to figure out and pinpoint why the Zohran Mamdani campaign continues to fall flat, with Andrew Cuomo now pulling ahead. And it's because Zohran has been revealed for who he truly is. This guy is a fraud, an actor, and a poser. And speaking of being a poser, we cannot forget this little tidbit with his own mother, the mother of Mamdani, coming out revealing 2013 interview saying that he is not an American at all. He was born in Uganda, raised between India and America, and he thinks of himself as a Ugandan and as an Indian. I mean, it's all right here for us, and this is exactly why we're seeing Zohran Mamdani lose in support the way that he is. And I seen this poll yesterday. I think I went over it with you guys, but I want to give you guys a reminder of where we currently stand. We got Andrew Cuomo polling in 8 points ahead of Zohran Mamdani if Curtis Sliwa decides to drop out of the race. Now, it's very close. Like I said, we're less than 24 hours away from the NYC mayoral election. I don't see that actually being a probability or actually something that's going to happen, but if it does, Andrew Cuomo might have a guaranteed victory. And we've got New Yorkers coming out with a critical message to all Sliwa and Cuomo voters. I want you guys to take a look at this before we get out of here.
I have a critical message for Sliwa voters. I get it. I really do. Curtis Sliwa is a great guy. I've supported him myself. But this election isn't about loyalty to any one candidate. It's about saving New York from a man who could destroy it. No, will destroy it. Right now, Andrew Cuomo is the only one close enough to beat Mamdani. Curtis can't win this race, and every vote that goes to him, unfortunately, helps Mamdani. Now, I've had my share of battles with Cuomo. He's far from the perfect candidate. But let's be honest. There's a galaxy of difference between imperfect and dangerous. Cuomo won't burn the city down. Mamdani will. That's the choice. And to Cuomo supporters, I'll say this. Stop attacking Curtis Sliwa. He's not the enemy here. The enemy is chaos, extremism, and policies that would wreck the greatest city in the world. We are this close to victory. Let's not waste our chance by splitting the vote. This is the moment to think bigger than party lines. Don't do what's right for your party. Do what's right for your city, because New York cannot afford to get this one wrong.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness. Once again, we're seeing that NYC mayoral election, that very crucial race, tightened up even further, with poll numbers now dropping for Zohran Mamdani's campaign and Andrew Cuomo being this close to pulling ahead and taking the lead. And I think that's because New Yorkers are finally beginning to wake up, realize the facts of the matter here and what's at stake for the future of their city. They don't want to see their city crash and burn or crumble. They want to see themselves prosper. Even though it's Andrew Cuomo, I believe that he's going to do a lot less harm than what we see coming from Zohran Mamdani, guys. But definitely hop in that comment section. Comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are hearing out there on the streets, your opinions on what's going on in NYC. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next week.